Hi, welcome. Thank you for tuning in to another math lesson. Today we're starting a new chapter, chapter 12 in our student book, and it's going to start on your page 63. It's going to say 12.1 real world problems, one-step problems. Here's my teacher's guide, but that is what the first page in your book is going to look like. Let's look at the very top where it says lesson objectives. It says that we're going to draw bar models and we're going to practice solving one-step measurement problems. We're going to choose the operation to solve the one-step problem. We're going to be choosing from addition, subtraction, multiplication, or division. So there's 4 different operations that you need to think about. What's going to make the most sense? Here's the first one. It's an example, so let's look at it together. So it says, learn, use addition to solve measurement problems. That's kind of nice when it tells you right away what an operation you're gonna use to solve that problem. So it says, Keisha ties a package with a string 75 centimeters long. She ties another package with a string 255 centimeters long. What is the total length of the 2 strings she uses? Give your answer in meters and centimeters. So here you can see the 75 centimeters and the 255 centimeters. And look, they showed their work. They added those up. They lined up all their columns, their ones, their tens, and then just brought down their hundreds. Showed it another way here. This way is going to be way simpler, and it's going to help you when we move forward through school. The total length of the 2 strings is 3 meters, 30 centimeters. And look there, he's reminding us 100 centimeters equals 1 meter, 300 centimeters would equal 3 meters, and 330 centimeters would equal 3 meters, 30 centimeters. Okay, go ahead and flip your page. Page 64 is going to start a guided learning problem. My book has all the answers, so I don't want to give those away just right off the bat. Let's read the problem and think what we would do first. It says, Abel tied, this is number 1, it just says solve. Abel tied a gift box with a ribbon 56 centimeters long. He tied another gift box with a ribbon 184 centimeters long. What is the total length of ribbon that he used? Give your answer in meters and centimeters. Okay, you're going to need to open up your math notes to your first blank page or just a piece of scratch paper. I'm going to read that problem again. And if you don't have it in front of you, it's kind of nice to hear it a couple of times. Listening for the question, think about what are they asking? Which operation am I going to be using? Abel tied a gift box with a ribbon 56 centimeters long. I would write down that number 56. That's important. He tied another gift box with a ribbon 184 centimeters long. That's probably a number you're going to need as well. What is the total length of the ribbon that he used? If they're asking for total length, what would make the most sense? Multiply, divide, subtract, or add. Think about that for a second. You said adding, you are right on the right track. Definitely you're going to want to add that 56 and the 184 to figure out your total length. I'm going to show the answers in just a second, so you might need to pause me if you're still working through that. Okay, here's the work and here's the answers. 2 meters, 40 centimeters. And you can see that they drew a bar model and showed those amounts with those numbers. Okay, let's look at the next one. It's an example, but we learn a lot from examples. So it says, use addition to solve measurement problems. What is the total mass of the 2 bunches of vegetables? Okay, you can see that the scales are exactly the same, but the arrows on the scales are in a different spot. 700 plus 800 equals 1,500 or 1,500. It would be 1 kilogram and 500 grams. The total mass of the 2 bunches of vegetables is 1 kilogram, 500 grams. Okay, that was page 64. Look over on page 65. Guided learning at the top, it says solve. So find, if you need a new page in your math notes book, you might need to flip. If you have more room, this is number 2. Either way, it's number 2, I guess. I'll read it twice. First time, just listen, especially if you don't have your book in front of you, just listen. Second time, when we read it through, we'll make sure that we get those numbers written down and then figure out, are we going to be adding, subtracting, multiplying, or dividing? Number 2, Sonia walks 650 meters to her friend's house. She takes a longer route home and walks 740 meters. What is the total distance she walked? Give your answer in kilometers and meters. Okay, so math notes are open. Number 2. I'm going to read it slower. We're listening for those numbers and what operation we're going to be using. Sonia walks 650 meters to her friend's house. So I would write down 650 meters and maybe give it a bar model box to represent 650 meters. And then you're going to need another one, 740 meters, and a box that's going to be, well, bigger than 650 for your bar model. Now they want to know what is the total distance she walked. So think about that for a second. Are you going to be adding, subtracting those numbers, multiplying, or dividing those numbers? Think about what they told us in the last example too, because that was a huge hint. You might need to flip your book back. We're going to be adding. If you said adding, you are right. I'll give you a minute, or you should maybe pause me and figure out when you add 650 to 740, what do you get? And keep in mind that they said to give your answer in kilometers and meters. So you might need to do some conversions. Pause me, because here's the answer. Okay, so there you go, 1 kilometer, 390 meters. The next one is an example on page 65. So let's take a look at that example together. This one says, use subtraction to solve measurement problems. Okay, that's a big hint. They're telling us which operation to use. It says the distance between town A and town B is 420 kilometers. The distance between town B and town C is 28 kilometers. What is the distance between the 2 distances? So here's town A, 420. Here's town B, 28. Town C. Town A to town B, they said 420. Town B to town C, 28. The difference between the 2 distances is 392. See, they subtracted 420 from 28. Here's an easier way to look at that though, because then you can borrow much simpler. And 392. Okay. Turn your page. Just reminding myself, a couple more. We are on page 66 now. And we're on guided learning number 3. Make sure your math notes gives a number 3. My book has answers, so I'm going to read it twice again, just like on the last one. First time, just listen. An inflatable pool contains 356 liters of water. 15 liters of water leaks from it. Find the volume of water that is left. Now keep in mind on the last page that we practiced a subtraction problem, so think, is this a subtraction problem that we're working on as well? It is. Okay, so number 3, in your math notes, we're going to be writing down some numbers. An inflatable pool contains 356 liters of water. You're going to need to write that down, and you're going to need to show that with a bar model. You know, pick an amount that represents 356 liters. And then you're going to need to show that 15 liters of water leaked out from it. Find the volume of water that is left. Okay, pause me while you work it out because I'm going to show you the answer so we make sure we're on the same page. Okay. All right, so let's look at the example in the middle of the page, 66 there. It's an example. It says, here I can show this example again. There's an answer that I'm trying to keep hidden. Okay, our example says use bar models and multiplication to solve measurement problems. Here it says Julia has 4 pieces of wire, each 178 centimeters long. What is the total length of wire? Okay, she had 4 pieces. Give your answer in meters and centimeters. Look what she did. She took the 4 pieces, multiplied each piece by 178. She got 712. Here's the math over here again. The total length of the wire is 7 meters, 12 centimeters. Okay, let's do guided learning number 4. A teacher put some beans equally in 5 bags. The mass of each bag is 125 grams. What is the total mass of the 5 bags of beans? Okay, so think about what equation we just saw in the example. I'm going to read you the problem again, and we're going to be paying attention to the numbers and what operation we need to use. A teacher puts some beans equally into 5 bags. So you probably need a bar model that's got 5 spaces that are, as equally spaced as possible. Okay, the mass of each bag, so how much each bag weighs, is 125 grams. What is the total mass of the 5 bags of beans? Pause me while you work that out, because I'm going to show you an answer. Okay, flip your page. Page 67. There's an example at the top. Okay, it says use bar models and division to solve measurement problems. Okay, so now we're going to practice division. It says an oil delivery truck has 96 liters of fuel. The fuel is pumped equally into 3 tanks. How many liters of fuel are in each tank? So they took 96, divided it by the 3 tanks, and got 32. Showed it 2 different ways as well. There are 32 liters of fuel in each tank. Okay, we're going to do the next 2 problems. Keep in mind, we're going to be practicing division. So Janice cuts a ribbon that is 90 centimeters long into 5 equal pieces. How long is each piece? Okay, math notes. Number 5, Janice cuts a ribbon that is 90 centimeters long into 5 equal pieces. So you would need your big ribbon, and then it would need to have 5 equal spots on that ribbon for your picture. 90 centimeters is the total length, so you're trying to figure out, out of those 5, how much goes into each box. Pause me while you figure that out. Okay, number 5. Okay, number 6. A grocer buys 850 kilograms of granola. He packs the granola equally into 5-kilometer bags. How many bags are there? Okay, 850 kilograms of granola, and he packs them equally into 5-kilogram bags. How many bags are there? Remember, you're dividing. Go ahead and pause me while you work it out. And there you go. Okay, flip your page. We're coming to the end of this lesson. The next lesson, or the next page, is page 68, and it's the Let's Practice. So this is where it's your turn to practice these problems without me. You're going to be doing on page 68, number 1 through 5. Remember, they're one-step problems involving addition, subtraction, multiplication, and what did I say? Multiplication, division, addition, subtraction, just the 4. I'm going to show you the answers, so go ahead and pause me while you get started on that. And I'm going to show you the answers to the workbook page, because that would be your work at home work. And in your workbook, that's going to be page 41, 42, 43, 44. I'm going to show answers to all of this. So I will say goodbye for now. Good luck on your math today. You can do it. Keep up all the hard work. Remember to like and subscribe so that you get new videos automatically. All right, here are the Let's Practice answers. And here are the workbook page answers. All right. Good job, you guys. See you next time.